Hi, I'm Jennifer Sir of the Sewing Room in Alameda, California, and today I wanted to show you some of my projects that I've got going on. I'll start first with the vintage pieces that need either repair or renovation. The first being this beautiful dress from the 1920s, and you can see, if you look closely, here I'll show you very closely, it's busted out all over the place, but it has this gorgeous, gorgeous embroidery. And I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this. As I'm thinking about it and showing you now though, I wanted to show you the skirt part. It does have a slip underneath, but it also has this skirt. Look, look at this embroidery. It's so gorgeous. And then it has this beautiful bow that has pink georgette on the back. So I love it, but it's falling apart. What do I do? It's also maybe not my size. So I think it's a little tiny bit small for me. We'll see. I do, as I'm reaching into this box, I see that I have some black velvet. So I could, or some black silk, so that has a nice pattern to it. It's a little more like evening wear. And this is like a lame, or not a lame, like a burnout velvet. And that could be a nice replacement for the pink. And I could find a way to incorporate the pink in some other way. I'm not entirely sure, but that's the first project. The second project is a crazy but super awesome, here we go, beaded velvet bird blouse. And it has this long velvet thing that wraps around the back, so the bird wraps around your body. And I'm not exactly sure, this is clearly not its first incarnation. It has these funny little breast pads added in, and many hand-done things like these straps that have been sewn on, these velvet straps, which I think were meant to tie around the neck. I'm not entirely sure. It's a very odd piece, but I feel like it really has potential and that it could be super fun to turn into something for the preservation ball. But it's definitely in need of a bottom half as well. It could be wide leg trousers, really swingy silk wide leg trousers, or a long bias cut skirt. So that's something to think about. Those are my two big vintage remodels. The next thing I have is a little bit of a sad story. It's a blouse I got at Extabay, which is my favorite vintage shop in the whole wide world. And I love it so much, but I felt it happen, but I didn't see it until days later. The armholes completely busted out and the blouse tore along the chest on this side. I'm hoping that it's big enough on me that I can make it work. I'm not so sure, but that is my first repair that I need to address for a vintage item. And I'll still have to make a decision about that. I also have this lovely vintage clutch, which is a beautiful beaded clutch. It's not really a clutch, it's actually supposed to be a purse. But the purse handle totally broke. And I have tried to push it back through, but I think I need a different kind of tool, and I have to look at that closely. But it's a great vintage purse. It was made in at Saks Fifth Avenue in Paris, for Saks Fifth Avenue in Paris. And let's see, I'm trying to see if we can get a really good view of that. If you could see, oh, it's so nice inside. And it's such a pretty little purse. I wear it on a lot of evening occasions. Then I have this blouse that I made for Miss Fisher Con after a blouse that Miss Fisher wore on Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. It was a white blouse, but I wanted to make it, and I think, anyways, it turned out very large, and it grew, because I made this in a couple other fabrics, and it fit just perfectly, but when I made it in this fabric, this georgette just became so big after wearing it, or even just hanging. And so it needs to be taken in probably 4 inches total on the side seams to the bottom, and then taken up like 2 or 3 inches. one of my mending projects. Another one, which is probably the first and easiest one, I'll probably take care of this one later today and film a video on it, is I have this great blouse that I wear all the time. It's actually a linen knit. You can see it's a cropped, oversized t-shirt, sweater. It's actually a sweater knit, but it's t-shirt weight and I love it. And it has a hole right there. You can see that hole. And so I'm going to put a little patch behind it and darn it a tiny bit to make it a little less noticeable. So there's that. Then I have a blouse that I've worn a lot, but I'm gonna have to reassess why it's in the mending pile. I don't think it's actually mending. I think it was a length issue that I needed to shorten it. Here it is. It's cute. It's a little bit bohemian, nice for the summer, nice and easy for summer camp. I have another blouse. This is definitely going to be a renovation. I found it in my closet. I love it. I used to wear it all the time with a certain sweater that I don't really wear anymore. So I want to do something different with it. I love the fabric. It's this really pretty soft cotton striped fabric, and I'm not sure, maybe a 1930s looking day blouse that I can wear with jeans. We'll see. This one is a blouse I also wear in the summer, but I didn't wear it at all this summer. I still like it. I like the blue and the white, and I wear the blue and the white a lot. It has these cuffs on it, but I don't tend to wear this style so much anymore. So I'm gonna have to figure out some other way of using this blouse to make me more interested in wearing it. Next on the list is a t-shirt from my friend's favorite winery. I just want to make it a little more flattering and a little more girly. So I'm going to open up the neck, and I think I'm going to roll up the sleeves and tack them down and just do a little renovation to make it a little more flattering. These last two pieces that I have, I bought at the thrift store for $8, and it was 50% off that day, so they were actually only $4 a piece. This one is this blouse, which is actually quite large, but I loved the print on this skirt and on the bottom, and I think it will make a great skirt for the summer. Something that I can throw on with a light sweater and a t-shirt and be easy peasy to wear. And last is this gorgeous polka dot dress, red and white polka dot dress that I found at Anthropologie. Well, I didn't find it at Anthropologie. It's from Anthropologie. I got it at the same time as I got that last shirt for the same price. And it's a beautiful cotton lawn, and it has ruffles going down the front, a little bit of a high-low skirt, and I think it will actually make quite a nice little skirt for me also. I don't wear dresses in the summertime that much, especially not with an elastic waist. But once I take the elastic out, I may change my mind. In either case, it needs a lining. Well, those are my projects. I'm super excited to tell you about them and to get started. There's a lot to do. I feel like I need to finish these unfinished projects before I can move on to something else. I would love to know in the comments what you're working on right now. Have a great day.